Yo, what's up guys? Today we're talking about the Phantom, and before I made this video, I hadn't really given it much of a chance because I really like the Vandal, but after doing this, I must admit I am 100% a Phantom player now. This thing is the epitome of consistency, right down to its formidable damage values, easy to control spray, and the addition of a silencer as well. The Phantom is well worth the $2,900 and packs a punch at any range. In comparison to the Vandal, the Phantom outperforms it at short and mid-range, where the Vandal takes the cake for longer range engagements. But let's be honest, if you know you're taking long range engagements, you probably came prepared with an AWP or a Marshal anyways. As far as a traditional rifle goes, this thing is awesome, and it should make up for at least 90% of your buys. All of the other guns are built to specialize at niche scenarios, but the Phantom really performs the most consistently at any range and at any time. The Phantom does the most damage between 0 and 15 meters, but I would highly encourage you to play this weapon like its optimal range is 15 to 30 meters. The thing is, the Phantom will get beat by some cheaper guns at a very short range, but at mid-range, the other guns aren't really built to support consistent aiming and good positioning. The Phantom is the absolute and undeniable king of mid-range. There is no gun that competes with it the way that shotguns and SMGs dominate short range, or how the operator dominates long range. The Phantom is the king of holding sightlines. Pick an angle, shoulder peek it, let your opponent peek it. Just don't be the first one to walk around a dangerous corner if you can help it, because if your opponent is exposing themselves to you first, 80% of the time you win that engagement. I didn't bother with showing the spray pattern in the range for this one because it's so vertical, there's just no point. When you spray with the Phantom, just pull straight down and adjust how significantly based on how far away you are from your opponent. At longer engagements, I recommend pulsing a few bullets at a time to make sure you are shooting where you are aiming, because it usually takes one body and one headshot to secure a kill. The Phantom is extremely versatile and will not let you down very often. One thing I will say is that I do not like the Phantom when aiming down the sights. Usually it fires at 11 rounds per second, but when scoped in, it drops down to 9.9 rounds per second and will lead to a longer time to kill than if you were hip firing. I also find in general that if the fire rate is lower, the spray pattern is a little harder to keep in check. That's pretty much all I have to say about the Phantom. I hope I was able to teach you at least one thing you didn't know about this weapon, and if I did, please consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. I'm aiming to cover every weapon in Valorant, and then we'll pivot to focus on the heroes and their abilities as well, once I'm a little more accustomed to playing them in the competitive playlist. Stay safe, have fun, and as always, Wang out.
One enemy remaining.
Where is she?
You need to spill twice.
Yeah, dude, this safe.
You're not. One enemy remaining.
Get it?
Done. Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Sure.
Back, she's got it.
One enemy. Yeah. One enemy remains. Still in sight. Perfect. You're not. Begin. Done. Finished. One enemy remains. You're left. One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.
Precision kill.